I want a divorce.
I wanted to play checkers. Alright.
Yeah, this is destined to be a cult classic.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's flat out, I just want to immediately say, fuck yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, this is pretty great.
Great movie. Great movie. Great time.
This is a lot of fun.
Oh man. What a romp. What are you looking for out of a fun horror movie? This movie pretty much delivers.
It's a horror comedy at its core, and it works.
If you're the kind of person who misses horror movies having fun, like this horror movie has some fun.
Or just double downs on the ridiculous kind of concept of it.
Yeah. No, it really reminds me of this is clearly a team that grew up watching the kinds of horror movies where they didn't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pulpy kind of film.
Yeah, they had serious elements, and the moments that mattered with the characters were surprisingly effective. Like the real moments connected. I didn't cry or anything, but it was just a really solid. It did it, but at the same time, most of the stuff throughout the movie that was meant to be funny, like it pretty much all landed.
It's shockingly well written.
Yeah, it's great.
Shockingly layered characters, or at least well rounded enough. They got like everyone's deal.
Yeah,
and everyone has like a clear identity, and it's not like too campy, too hokey in any particular direction.
I wouldn't say they go too deep into any more than a couple of characters, but
it's
overall,
not Shakespeare, but you get like.
Yeah, they set the table for each character to have their own personality, and it fits, and each actor follows through.
Yeah, exactly.
Does really well.
Yeah, and I always forget that actor's name. The guy who played the brother.
Adam Brody?
Adam Brody.
Yeah.
Is his name Adam Brody?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Adrian Brody. Adam Brody.
Adrian Brody's the pianist.
I know that.
Yeah. Brody Quest.
Well, you said Adam Brody. I confused the two actors. It's like, Adrian Brody's not in this.
No.
That'd be amazing. All of a sudden he just shows up. It's like Adam Brody's one of those actors I keep forgetting he's around, and he'll just show up and something's like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
It's the OC guy.
And he does a really good job in this.
Oh, he does. He's
really
good.
Really good job.
Everyone's really good in this. Not Margot Robbie.
The what?
The not Margot Robbie lead. I forget her name.
Oh no, she's great.
She is fantastic.
I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen The Babysitter?
I have not.
Highly recommended. Yeah. The Babysitter is a horror movie that's on Netflix. It stars her. Fucking see it. It's great. It's the same kind of not too serious, really entertaining horror movie kind of thing. Yep. So highly recommend that too. But
I think one thing that impressed me about this movie is this, how surprisingly fluid the progression was throughout the movie. Like that's what, because I was like, okay, how are they gonna stretch this out? But everything kind of takes a very natural progression and everything. Like, oh, okay, so that makes sense why they're back in here. Like, it doesn't feel like it's stalling for time. It actually goes. It goes at a very consistent pace.
Yeah. When I was watching the trailers, I was kind of wondering how the whole movie was going to be, considering how much they showed in the trailer, which was
a decent amount. There's quite a bit they don't show in the trailer.
There's quite a bit they don't show. It's still one of those where I wish they'd shown less. But I understand they need to get more people in the seats. Honestly, I would have come with less being shown to me, but meh. But I 100% in, and the main actress, she plays the character really well.
She does.
She really is she's really attractive, but at the same time, she's not some frou-frou person. She's fun. She really doesn't give a shit about tradition. She's more comfortable in her sneakers than her heels.
Yeah, she's got like a dark sense of humor, kind of a little bit of an edge.
Yeah. No, I absolutely my kind of person to grab a beer with.
Yeah. And as the movie goes on, it's just fun to watch her just give less and less of a fuck as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
Which like the finale, which we'll talk about because we can spoil.
No, we definitely don't want to hit spoilers for a while.
No, but we have to talk about that though.
Sure, of course.
Because damn.
The movie you know the premise of it already. So the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of it is just the setup of that. Where she gets married, the aunt clearly hates her. But the aunt is
just
great.
Appears as like, she almost looks like what's her name from Emperor's New Groove? Yzma.
Yeah, she has this vibe to her that is just overtly. She does not like this woman. She does not like this bride. She frowns at how the rest of her family has grown lax on tradition, and she's the most overplayed character in the movie, but like, it works.
Deliberately so.
Yeah, it works.
It's definitely going for like that B movie, like kind of evil woman kind of vibe, where
she's the
she
most
has like hair that stands up on edge, like she got shocked by electricity.
She's the most campy character out of all of them.
Just perpetually just evil face the entire time, just scowling. She wields a giant fuck off axe through the majority of the film.
No, it's great. It's great. And she's definitely the one who's the most ruthless and has the least amount of time for everyone's bullshit.
Yeah.
So
and you have that. You have like, I think my personal favorite was just the ditzy sister.
Oh God, the one doing drugs all the time.
The one doing drugs and
fucking up with the weapons.
Accidentally just keeps killing everybody. And everyone's just like, God damn it!
It really does. There is an overt statement that the movie makes about the fact that rich people really are different.
Yeah.
It has some things to say about people who are flagrantly opulent. It's the whole staging is the fact that human lives that are not theirs or their families don't matter to them. They don't matter. They don't care. And it's an interesting statement to put into the movie, but I feel like it's not so much of a political statement that they're trying to make, bar the moment that they overtly say it in the movie, for anyone who didn't catch on by that point. It's really just an accepted truth that sets the premise for the rest of the movie, because let's face it, it's pretty true. Yeah. So it's super rich people are kind of psychopaths.
Yeah.
And like, if you ever heard certain interviews with some of them where they quite explicitly say, like, why do you care about anyone else? Just take care of yourself, take care of your family. No one else matters. So, so with that in mind, that whole premise being the setup for all of these characters is really interesting, because they're not so much evil as they just don't care. Like, all the personas...
Well, a couple of them are pretty evil.
Sure, a couple of them are... I don't know if they're evil so much as just exceedingly ruthless. Because...
I guess it depends on how you define evil, then.
The one gold digger lady clearly just is being selfish, as opposed to cruel. Mm-hmm. Evil I define as cruel, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
In this context, at least.
Well, the dad I would kind of put in that category a little bit.
Somewhat, but he's also a fun comedic factor.
He really is.
And more so than I expected.
Like the dad feels
by
like
a long shot.
The dad feels like that character who is like trying to be like the evil, sinister one, but just keeps getting fucked up by his idiot family.
He's the patriarch, and he's like, yes, we're gonna do this right. And then once something goes wrong, he's like, shit.
Fuck.
Well, I guess we'll do this now. Yes, we can't let this go. Like, it just all kinds of...
Or is it like, so the like him and Daniel, who's the other brother, who just, at one point, he goes like, Colin's like, just grab the fucking leg. I don't care. Grab the fucking legs. It's like,
I forgot my gun. Come back and grab it later.
Like, come back and get it. Just like, nobody has, like, patience for each other's bullshit.
And Daniel is drunk and just is not having any of this because of what happens during the intro to the movie.
And the fuck up sister's dumbass husband. The fuck up sister
who really just doesn't want to be the fuck up, but constantly fucks up because she's doing pills, she's doing coke, like she really is off the rails the whole movie.
I'm sort of talking about her husband.
Finch?
Finch, the husband, who at one point just goes like, so at what point do we just turn tail and get the fuck out of here? And he's looking at the other wife who married into the family. He's like, right? Right? And then she's like, It's like, okay. And then he's looking at YouTube videos like how to handle your crossbow, which is in the trailer.
Yeah, but there's so much personality in this movie.
There is, yeah. And I think it's really, it's real. That's what really builds the charm in.
Yeah.
And it's really makes it destined for cult classic.
Yeah.
And the ones that are actually there, like, I was surprised how legitimately suspenseful the film was in a lot of sequences.
No, it definitely had moments, especially when she initially doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And is kind of more casual about wandering around the house. I do like how they mixed up a couple of scenes in the trailer, so it doesn't seem to happen exactly the way that it actually happens in the movie.
Yeah.
And the bottom line for this movie is that it's a cool premise. It's basically just a cat and mouse horror movie, and it does more with the concept than you would think. And it definitely relies on the strength of the writing of the characters and the actors that play them, and it pulls that off, just in spades. Like aces all across the board.
And we're gonna bend to spoilers.
Do you want? Yeah, I guess we've just said that the movie's really great already. So, we fucking love it. Go see it.
Yeah.
It's great. All right, spoiler territory.
So actually, I thought one of those interesting aspects of this film is the constant, like, kind of back and forth debate of, like, the reason they do this is they say, like, back in the olden times.
Oh,
like,
yeah, the legend.
The legend says that, like, somebody made a deal with Satan, and
the fact that the son saw the guy at the head of the table at one point. But let's go through the sequence of events near the end of the movie, because there's the whole thing where she, there are people who in the family who are wondering if it's bullshit or not.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
And then you think that, she's going to escape, and then she gets captured and tied down. And then Daniel, who's done with the bullshit of the family, lightly poisons the rest of the family and helps her escape. But then he gets killed during the escape sequence by his much more ruthless wife, who refuses to give this shit up and, murders him. And then she gets captured again. And then during that one final sequence, she escapes the sacrifice just in time, and it's dawn, so they're out of time. And they have the really hilarious scene where they all go, ah, when they see the sun come in, and they're like,
Well, like, before we get to that point, I think Josh mentioned that the husband at this point, like, the one who's, like, trying to help her the entire movie, like, her actual husband, like...
And how he comes back around.
Yeah, like, kind of turns on her, because, to be fair, he did walk on her, just beating her.
I honestly think that was the thing that broke it.
I kind of feel that was the point, too.
Yeah, I think if she hadn't beaten his mom's head in with the fucking box, he might have not done that.
Because they kind of led up to that earlier, too, where he says, like, he tells the mom, like, if I have to choose between you and her, I'm going to choose her. And it turns out that's not true.
Yeah.
And then the mom even calls him out on his bullshit right then and there. But, like, also,
which is an interesting seed to plant.
Yeah.
Writing-wise. That was good.
Yeah. And then, so eventually he turns on her, which leads into the finale when they, like, we have to kill her before dawn, and then dawn comes, they all go, ah! And there's a long pause.
And then nothing happens.
And nothing happens.
Like, what do we do?
And it's like, and even the dad's like,
shit, I guess.
And there's like, fans like, what do we do about her?
Yeah, and then they try to figure out what to do with this woman who just saw them kill her. They're like, well, we kind of have to kill her anyway, because she's seen all this. And then the aunt comes rushing at her with the axe to be like, I'm still loyal. And mid-swing,
just bursts like a pimple.
Explodes into blood. And I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, yes!
It's like, it was worse for me because, like, I think I was looking at something really quick and I didn't see the initial burst, so I thought somebody got shot.
Why are you looking at shit during the movie?
Because I got an email.
Fuck your email! You have 10 minutes left of the movie. You can wait.
My point is, I looked at it like, well, who shot her?
Respect the cinema!
So this happens, I hear this, boom, and I'm like, oh, somebody got shot. Who got shot? Who fired the gun? It's like, why is nobody talking about the gun? Then somebody else bursts like, oh! Oh, they're just popping!
Yeah, so they go...
It turns out it actually is Satan.
They go into a nice, like, sequence of pops, including when the one mom runs out of the room with the two kids, and you just see the... Like, it's great.
And then just in case I try to make you feel bad for the kids, you're gonna point where, like, one of the kids tries to shoot her anyway.
Nah, fuck those kids. Those kids were growing up like, hail Satan, kill the innocent. Like,
and I've
whatever.
Never been happier to see a little kid punch in the face.
Oh yeah, no, that was a great moment. But But then,
Oh,
like,
fucker!
just the extended sequence where, was it Adam?
Alex, yeah.
Alex doesn't, he pops last, of course, and just, the way that goes, it gives, it's not something that makes sense in the movie. It's clearly just the holdover so that the writers can do something cool for the last part. And it's, you know, that's all this movie is. It's all just written for the writing, and it's fine. And just where he's begging her, he's like, I don't want to die. And he's just, I want a divorce.
Flicks the ring at her.
And
Pop. And at that point, she's covered in blood. The house is on fire. She's looking at all of us, like, she's like, does not care anymore. She's like dead eyes of like, I am so over all of this. And then like the fireplace like flashes, and then
just the way that she starts laughing as they start exploding.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that was great. Like, it was an immensely satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
And then like a little flash happens. He like sees like Satan just sitting in the chair before flashing away, and she just looks and goes, "Fuck."
Well,
I guess Satan's real.
Don't deal with the devil.
Like, all right, I guess that's like at this point, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah,
so
that
like,
was good.
It was a great payoff to just watch this woman just go through like mountains of shit through the entire movie.
No, it was funny because partway through the movie, in my head, I thought, you know, it would be really great if she fucks up their plan and it turns out that it is real, and I have to wonder how that'll be shown. Like, what form will it take in this movie? And oh man, that paid off. That fully satisfied.
No, that was like remarkably satisfying. I think I was walking out of theater because I saw this yesterday, and I said we were like, that was like, why were they all popping? I was like, you guys take this movie too seriously. Have fun. Like life. Life is good.
Yeah.
You watch people pop like pimples. It's a good day.
Because Satan, like any good Stephen King book. Come on.
Yeah, right.
But
that trailer too.
Yeah, like yesterday I had a very eclectic series of movies. I literally saw 3 movies, all of which made me very happy. I saw Ready or Not, then I saw My Neighbor Totoro, and then I saw Swiss Army Man.
That is quite the triple feature.
It was great. All of them left me elated. So
I still have not seen Swiss Army Man, so I saw it in theaters. I keep meaning to rewatch it.
Yeah, no, it's worth rewatching.
I know you don't have to really love that movie
Absolutely.
when we first saw it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that review is definitely one of our happier ones. Like, if I'm counting the reviews where we've been super gleeful coming out of it, we're all sitting there like, that was kind of amazing. That was Swiss Army Man's up there. So
every time I think I saw like somebody took a GIF of that scene from Booksmart where the guy the theater director comes out and goes, they didn't understand it. And now every time I see like I felt that way when I saw 2 kids like bickering about the plot holes in the movie. I'm like, they didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Fucking Philistines.
Yeah, some things just don't give a fuck, and they're having a good time. And
you don't need an explanation beyond that.
Yeah, this is one of them. Like, you know, embrace it for what it is, and it will take you along for the ride. And it's not as hard to let go of, you know, these elements of the movie are annoying as, like, say something like Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Where it's full of testosterone or something. This movie is very easily enjoyable for anyone who has a tolerance for any kind of horror.
Like, it feels like it was written by smart people. It knows exactly what it is. It has a very clear identity. It knows what it's trying to do. It knows what it's trying to say. And it has, like, as for a movie with this concept, it's as close to perfect execution as you can really get.
Yeah. And granted, while there are a couple of characters that are could be said to be a stereotype, like the gold-digging whore of a wife, as one of them says in the movie.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the dignified, you know, trying to be the leader man, the patriarch or whatever, or the creepy, overly loyal and determined servant, you know, all of those are used to very good effect. They're not reduced to just that.
Yeah,
and
like
even if they are somewhat basic, they give the actors enough to work with that it doesn't feel like it was just phoned in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, even like the gold digging horror thing. Even then, she got like some like humanity when like right before he shoots her husband, was just saying like, I don't want to, basically like, I don't want to die kind of thing. Like,
I would not give any of this up for anything.
Yeah, that's what she said. So like, even then, she's given some kind of, not necessarily humanity, but understanding.
I mean, every good villain has motivations. I mean, every character in this family is at some point revealed to have their motivations.
Yeah, I mean, every character in the movie has a very clear identity, and they're all very well acted, and and they're all shockingly well written for a movie that did not need to be this well written. Let's be honest.
This could have been just a cheap like slasher fest, but you know they did great.
No, they made it work. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it.
I'm weirdly reminded of Your Next.
I never saw that one.
You should. Your Next has definitely got more of an edge to it, and it's definitely harder and darker and bloodier. But it's so good. I don't want to ruin the twist in it for you because it's a great moment.
I keep meaning to check it out. I keep leaving the track. Like, I think this movie has the exact right balance between like horror, suspense, and comedy.
Come over and watch it someday, dude. Like, seriously.
I don't know.
If you have the time, like someday, seriously, let's sit down and watch it. It's a good time.
Dude, I'm like homestuck for the next 2 days. If you just want to come over during a lunch break.
We could make that happen. We'll see.
Yeah, like,
I got goodbye lunches going for my birthday. My birthday was last month. So, I'm leaving this job, moving to a better one.
Right, you are.
But so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm stuck at home, and parking's easy because we live in the day. So
yeah. But this movie was pretty great.
Yeah,
pretty fucking great. Had a great time.
Yeah,
it was enjoyable to watch, and I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy watching it again. So
yeah, that's me. I see myself putting it on whenever I'm bored. I need something in the background or something like that, or just want to watch it, like show it to a friend.
Yeah,
Like, hey, check, you gotta watch this. This is great. It's kind of like whenever I put on.
It's good times.
It's like whenever I put on Cabin in the Woods. It's like, no, you gotta watch it. It's great. You've never seen it. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. Just watch it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all right.
I think it's it for that. So
that's that.
The only thing, the other one this week is like Angels Fallen, which I'm not really in a rush to go see.
I'm pretty sure that if you've seen the first two Fallen movies, you've already made up your mind whether or not you're going to see this one. And if anything, that'll be one of those reviews that people want to see just to see us in pain.
That probably would be the case. I think
because it's not going to be a good movie.
From what I understand, I think someone asked, but it's like there's a whole thing where like the main character is like said to be part of a Russian connection, turns out to be a hoax. Like, okay, at least they know their audience.
Jerry Butts.
Yeah. They know who this movie's for. Oh God. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm getting car repairs the next few days, so I don't know when I'm gonna have time to go see. I'll do my best. In the meantime, the Venom video I just released last night, so if you have not watched it, go check it out. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Share, like, subscribe.
Yep, do all that stuff.
All that jazz.
And I'll see you guys whenever I see you next. Later.